already stories of in Canada and the U.S. Uh, Vancouver, I heard, and Seattle are seeing people line up to get into places like Costco to uh, stock up, anticipating that that they'll have to be at home uh, for some prolonged period of time and not wanting to go out or able to go out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the market. Banks typically don't like interest rate drops. They lend money at a lower cost. This should affect their bottom line. So we might see banks pull back because of this. Um, we might start to see some aggressive lending to try to get some money out. This new liquidity, we'll see. But definitely for the banks, lower interest rates will affect their bottom line. Absolutely. So, if you're looking for direction, those are some options. Obviously, I'm not recommending any stock in particular. Uh, Trying to, look at, how to play this market or what to do with this market. Depends what kind of trader you want to be or, what kind of trading you're doing. So really it's a question of how you want to trade. Um, what instrument you want to use in this particular, what strategy you want to use, and how that strategy works. So this is a market where some of those stocks, maybe we do them as covered calls or puts, covered puts. Um, Either or. Using iron condor could be challenging because of the volatility. If you want to do iron condors, you need to be way out of range of the market. Again, we were talking about doing iron condors and how to do iron condors, and we'll do that hopefully next week if you guys show up on 8 at 8. I'll show you I'll show you that again. But right now, the market itself is definitely um, volatile. I think that the big thing that including all the things you do want to consider, is liquidity. Is there new money? Is there new money coming in or money leaving the market? And really, that's the biggest driver. Um, we're not seeing the fundamentals make much sense. Most of these companies, today there was a lot of companies that were moving upward. The whole market was moving upward. That you can count on their earnings not being very good next quarter because of the effect of supply chain and this virus creating the disruption in it. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for us to look at fundamentals and say, is this company going to do well in the next quarter or two? Um, to see them rise really is a in my view liquidity, right? Just new money coming into the market. A lot of money came in today, tons of money, unbelievable amounts of money came in today. Of course, we're not back to where we were uh, a couple weeks ago, record highs. It's pulled back quite a bit from there, but this was a huge move in a single day, and seeing that money go in was quite amazing. But again, it's you can't, unless you're day trading. Playing day by day is pretty tough. Give me 1 second, folks. Just want to check something. Any questions? How would you choose a stock company that better fits options? I would say, obviously liquidity, company with shares and options traded is a good idea because you want to be able to get in and out easily without a huge cost to doing that because of the spread. So really, and this is why I asked: is there a stock that anybody want to look at? We can look at it and talk about what we could do with it. Unfortunately, we have about 2 minutes left. So if you do have something you want to look at, I was just looking at the overall market and letting you see what the overall market's done. So give me 1 second. I'll do a quick share with the market, and then we're going to have to wrap it up, unfortunately. Here we go. So this is the market here. The S&P 500, we saw, this huge move today, this big green bar. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. We saw a massive drop. We saw that this is the red bars. We saw the volume increasing, and then we had this bottoming out, looks like, with huge volume, money coming in. This, I want to guess, is when the Fed announced that they were going to back or be there for people. I believe it was. Yep, I believe that was Friday, and it was them saying that they were going to back the Fed was going to get involved to support the economy. So we saw huge money come in, right, back into the market. And we saw a continuation on Monday, nice rise. Volume was less. And then the Fed announced, hey, we're going to drop it by 5%. Market just, came right back down. Not quite to these bottoms or anything, but it came down. And this might be simply buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Buy the rumor that they were going to, the idea that they were going to do something. And when the news came out, they cashed in, And then we saw this one, nice rise. And that could be simply the money now moving from the bond market and other places or sidelines back into the market because the interest rates had dropped. They actually, were dropping the rates, so they knew that now. They could move the money over and put it in here. So we saw, and it almost closed at its high. Now we'll see if it breaks this high up here, which will be interesting to see what happens. Right now, the market is showing, that it's pulled back a little bit from where it closed. We'll see what the futures do in overnight with the other markets, but it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Okay. Sam, what do you use for option simulation? This software that you showed us. Do you mind to share it? This is Interactive Brokers. So you can create an Interactive Brokers account, Henry, with Interactive Brokers. This is what you're looking at, and you can create a demo account. Though I think they give you $1 million to play around with. Okay. Interactive Brokers. There's other ones out there. There's lots of them, Okay, folks, I'm going to wrap it up so I can start the next meeting. You can stay in the room if you want. We're going to start in about 10 minutes, the real estate. So everybody knows 8 o'clock next week, right? 8 o'clock, everybody? Yes? If you're good, type in yes. Good. Please be a little bit early so I know that there's going to be a meeting. Otherwise, that's why I pushed the meeting.